Hey friends, and welcome back to the channel for another dresser makeover. In today's transformation, I'm going to take this dresser and turn it into something Bluetiful. So with that being said, let's just jump right into it. First of all, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Ebony. I'm a furniture artist. I specialize in taking neglected pieces of furniture and turning them into something beautiful. And I've said this so many times before, but I'm really excited to be back. So much so that I'm actually pulling an all-nighter just so that I can get this video up for you guys. So baby girl is asleep, but we got a lot of things going on. We're traveling tomorrow for some basketball stuff, and life is just lifing in the best way. But with that being said, be sure to show your appreciation by liking, commenting, subscribing, even sharing. I would so greatly appreciate it. Now, with all of that being said, let's jump right into this transformation. First of all, if you've already seen this dresser makeover about a month ago, that's because my client liked it so much that she asked me to make a duplicate. So I kept my eye out. I found one on Facebook Marketplace. It was the exact same dresser, and I'm just doing the same design that I did last month. And so, with that being said, I was really frustrated, if I'm honest, when I did it the first time because my phone storage was full and I could not film a long form video. And now I've solved that by getting the phone flash drive. And here I am today to produce the long form version of this. And I'm so excited because I was really disheartened when I couldn't put that out for you guys. And I wanted it even for my own memories. So I know I'm rambling, but okay, let's talk about the dresser. So I did my cleaning. I used TSP substitute. And there's no rinse required for that. And sometimes I would use a Dawn soap. It's just really depends on what I have on hand. And this is just what I have right now. It's really my preference anyway, so that works well. And then after I've wiped down the entire piece, I definitely want to vacuum it up. I actually couldn't find my attachment for my vacuum, so just bear with me. It'll turn up soon. But you always want to get the bottom of your projects because that's really where all the critters are hiding usually. I was grateful because this one was really clean already, so I wasn't too worried about that. But you definitely want to get the insides, and I even make sure to wipe in the insides of the drawers. Just get all of the surfaces. Next, I'm going to go ahead and change out my filters because you want to make sure you're keeping up with this. And this is something if I'm honest, something that I quite often forget to do. And I'm trying to be more intentional about that because I have a baby to hang around for. You know what I mean? Like I have to really take care of my lungs. And so I'm going to show you guys in a second what it actually looks like because you can't really see it here in the sun, but there is a big difference. So make sure you're doing that. And then from there, it's time to scuff sand. I like to use a 120 grit sandpaper for all of my scuff sanding. And I'm pretty much ahead of the game, so I'll let you guys vibe out with me as I sand the project. So somehow I completely missed a step and I forgot about the little imprints or indentations around where the old hardware was. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that in using Bondo. It's a 2-part wood filler. It dries rather quickly and you want to work, at a fast pace with this product because when it's hot, you don't have a whole lot of time to work. But I like to use a thin layer when I'm doing something like this. If you do get any inside of the existing hardware hole, you're just going to poke that through with a screw or even a screwdriver, just something to clean it out before it dries nice and hard. Okay, so here I am wiping away all of my sanding dust so that way it's nice and clean when I go in with my primer. So for primer, I mentioned this last time, but I like to use Zenbin shellac-based primer. This stuff blocks odors, stains, bleed through. This is a dresser that actually would have a lot of bleed through if I was painting it in a light color. I'm going to be using obviously a blue color and it's on the deeper side, so I'm not really worried about the bleed through in this case, but that's just something to keep in mind. So I did choose to roll the primer today. The last time you saw me use this, I did use my spray gun, but I had the roller on hand, so really this is my preference. I mean, there's pros and cons each way. I love the finish of a sprayer, but the roller just is obviously a lot easier because the cleanup process and all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and roll my primer, and then I did this in the garage because it was hot. Y'all, let me tell you, this is all one day. I'm so proud of myself, by the way. But yeah, it got hot, and so I needed to get in the shade. So I'm going to go ahead and roll it. So bear with the lighting. But after that, you're going to sand away any roller texture. I love using a 400 grit sandpaper. So really quickly, I just want to let you guys see baby girl. It's been a while, and someone mentioned that that she wasn't in my last video, and I completely forgot to include her. Y'all, this is my little workshop buddy. I love her so much. First of all, let me just say she is super smart. She talks a whole bunch. She gets that from her daddy, by the way. We are keeping a running list of her words. I think she's at like 22, and she's very clear when she speaks, and she's so full of life, and she's just growing so quickly. She'll be 1.5 actually, June 7th, and yeah, I'm really sad about it actually. She's really big. When I hold her, oh my gosh, she's like my torso. Literally, it's crazy, but I love her so much. And any tips for picky toddlers, let me know down below. I would greatly appreciate that. Okay, so once I wiped away all of that sanding dust, it was time to go ahead and paint. I was so proud that I got to this point in one day. I keep reiterating that because that's a win for me, and I'm going to celebrate it. But this is DUNN Edwards Luna Pier, and this is the Evo Eclipse brand. This is a dull finish, and I believe that's all the specs that I have for you. So I did I did for the most part 2 coats, but on a couple of the drawers I had to do a third coat. So I did all of that off camera, and that took a couple extra days. But yeah, I'm pretty much done with the dresser. The last thing I have to do is add the hardware. So that showed up really quickly, and I got that on there. The only issue I did have is my screws. I couldn't really find the right ones. So the day that I filmed myself adding the hardware, I only had 4 screws to work with. Ended up having to go to the store, get some more. It was a whole thing. I do have a screw cutter, but I got a cheap one, and like they say, you get what you pay for. And every time I use it, I feel like my hand is about to fall off, and it's just really not worth it. So I added the hardware, and in a minute here, I'm going to show you guys the before just to remind you of where we started and the after. I did not stage it this time, but if you do want to see what it looks like staged, you have to check out my shorts video. It's pretty much the one previous to this video. And with all of that being said, thank you for your time. Thank you for listening to me ramble. And I appreciate all of the continued support. I love y'all so much, and I'm super excited about my next project. You definitely want to subscribe to come back and see that one. And with that being said, I'll see you then. I love you guys. Good night. Bye-bye.